Okay, hello guys, welcome back with me, Chow Chow 2025. We're going to the next inquiry, kids inquiry. So yeah, first is Nee. She's traveling elf busker. She's flees the Bozuki. Toppo and Shaban are very fond of Nee. Of course, when they attack, their teamwork is superb. She likes to sleep in a hammock by the lakeside. It's romantic. She was raised by a human. She isn't prejudiced against humans. Nice. Toppo. He's a quiet traveling busker. He plays the fiddle and is good at juggling. He's good at handicraft. He made toys for the children at the castle. He speaks softly to Nee and Shaban, but why doesn't he talk with other people? He taught me in pantomime that actors do not talk. That makes sense to me. Shaban. She's a young traveling busker who plays the bodhran. It's surprising to note that she's skilled in kung fu. She is fond of Sergio. Dogs are popular among children. They were practicing something. Shaban is really cute when she's always practicing her performance. I think she has a bright future. She's a genius who has a skill of some kind, but I don't know what kind. Halleck, a barbarian from obscure realms. He wears a bear skin on his head and excels at war cry. He doesn't lie. It's a good quality to have. He and Fulber were letting out war cry. They may be useful in causing damage to enemies. Halleck's village was one involved in tribal dispute that was resolved by the Flame Champion. Halleck was grateful for the help. Kenji, a man who likes gymnastics. I never imagined that such a big guy could pull off such crazy move. He was doing gymnastics with Joker and Juan. What kind of workout is it? Schedule, rising, warm-up. Pre-breakfast, jog. Post-breakfast, aerobic. Morning, basic exercise. Afternoon, special menu. Evening, stretch. Night, jog. Pre-sleep, basic menu. He's fast at short distance, but he couldn't beat Percival on a horse. Twiken. He came from a dwarf field in the back of a big forest. He likes to dig holes. His most attractive feature is small. His grandmother has one just like it. It's nothing important. Sebastian asked him to dig a hole in the castle backyard. He wasn't like it, but did he know it was for garbage? Maybe it's okay if he just digs. He gives what earthworms that he digs up. Augustine. He loved elegant and beautiful things. His workmanship is gorgeous and artistic. Once he started cutting his split ends, he can't stop himself. I guess he's taking care of details. 6 years ago, he won a male beauty contest hosted by some guy named Princess. The prize was the rose brooch he wears on his chest. His note reads, hopeful friends Salome, Otis 7, Mike and Gordon. Future hope, Louis. What does that mean? I don't know. Landis is a young wing hoarder. He liked to scare people with ghost stories. I saw him in his room, walking around on his hand. Is that some kind of ritual? He's fond of Eliot. He likes to scare him with ghost stories. He once made a grave for a feast he ate. What a weird guy. Sanaye Y. A traveler who used Naginata. She inherited her bad eyesight from her parents. Her parents come from a town called Reddit in Dunan. The people there treat her as if she were their own daughter. She was training with Emily and Sharon. I wonder if they're going to show me a new skill. She's cooked a lot. Her specialty is a secret recipe called Nukazuka pickles. She made beef and potatoes another day, but she's still experimenting. Sharon. She is a dragon knight who's full of fudge. She's full of energy. Fudge gets annoyed because she is picky about her food. She doesn't seem to care that it bothers him. Her mother is Amelia, commander of the Dragon Knight. It must be tough for Fudge to take care of his boss daughter. She delighted in riding piggyback on a lizard clan warrior. Did she believe she was flying? She was only on his back. Vicky. Little Vicky. She's cute, but she speaks like an adult. I tried to investigate, but I was teleported to Finidale Jaxi. I had a hard time getting back here. Sorry, I tried again, but this time I was teleported to Great Hollow. Damn, that place is dangerous. I tried again and this time I got teleported to the BQ. I thought the monsters would kill me. Age. He traveled with his tall dragon sword. He's strong and composed. He pays no attention to his sword's nasty command. He claimed to be keeping the tall dragon sword for someone important. I wonder who that person might be. He said he liked beef fries. I asked him how much he liked it, and he said reasonably. What does he mean by that? Star Dragon Sword is famous for speaking to humans. I heard of a legendary sword that defeated an evil vampire and it had the same name. Is this the same sword? Yes, it is. Wanfu. He's a pole-arm fighter with a tattoo on his back. He's a hand among hand. What does that mean? Wanfu, Mua and Liu were talking together. They share are manly. He can eat 20 bowls of rice with neither side dish nor water. He doesn't even know how much he can eat with side dishes. He got a tattoo as a part of a foe to seek revenge on an enemy that killed his friend. The tattoo is the last work of a famous tattoo artist. Estella. She's a witch who travels with her apprentice. Her magic is first class, but her clothes are something else. Estella was born 50 years ago from Iraq. I know it's true because she told me. Isn't that a great tale? Well, she's on her way to Tanjik to get an old book. That's very, very far away. Wow. She had a pupil, a water imp named Rodi. He attacked Estelle once but became her disappear after she fought back. Her magic made him human, astonishing. Also, he's an apple. Water pupil. Rodi, he's an unfortunate boy. He's trained with Estella in hope of becoming a first-rate magician, but some say he's only being tricked. He trains every day. Sometimes it's hard to comprehend what's going on, but that's part of the training too. It must be tough. He was recently partially buried with only his face exposed. He said this trains magic. I wonder if it's true. He has a great talent for magic. I wonder if Estella can see this. Emily. She is a Herculean fighter with a great amount of energy. I saw her training with Zhuan. Fighters get along well with one another. Her parents participated in the Liberation War 18 years ago. Her father was a blacksmith. She likes to study cooking. I watched her practice how to break eggs, but she's almost crushed them in her hands. Apple. She's following in the footsteps of the renowned strategist Matthew Silverberg. She's writing a book about him. She used to be a strategist, but now she's making way for new blood. She was once of Matthew Silverberg's student. She took part in both the Torn Liberation War and the Dunan Unification War. She used to be married, but her husband had an affair, and now she's divorced. Poor Apple. Maybe she's better off with Sina, I think. She's a popular mother in the Karaya Clan. She is a caring person with a big voice. She likes doing the laundry. Her husband is traveling south and isn't at home. She's made great Tom Yum Kung. Her family love it. She said she'll make it again soon. When I went to investigate, she invited me to a meal. I told her I couldn't eat another bite, but she made so much. She's truly a nice person. Caesar. He is one of the Silverbergs that always appear at historical turning point. He smiles a lot, but he is a clever tactician. He's reliable as a strategist, but hardly thinks about other things. When he had nothing to do, he sleeps. When he has time, he takes naps with Zhuan. They're always sleepy. Is that why they get along? The Silverbergs are a family of strategists. They participate in the Torn Liberation War and the Dunan Unification War. And this will be a big war too. Okay. Louis. Attendant to Chris of the Jackson Knight. He is too young to participate in battle. The knight treats him as a mascot, but he is serious about his goal to become a fine knight. Sometimes I see him train. He's the son of an aristocrat and the youngest of 7 brothers. He can't take over his parents' house, so he studied chivalry and manners as an attendant. Hard work, isn't it? He received a red rose from Augustine, but he didn't know what it meant. He had won the favor of a tremendous person. Sisu, an elevator attendant who manipulates the elevator with complete control. She has many secret fans. She spoke in her sleep, saying, "Mr. Adlai, this isn't something to eat." Who is Adlai? Is the inventor at Suikoden II, creating the elevator, I think. And it's Suikoden I, I think. I saw her sneaking out with somebody at night. What is she doing? She was doing special training in the forest during the night with strangers. They carried something heavy. What was it? Is that the secret technique of elevator like we see in Suikoden? Eiko, he's the castle librarian. He had extremely strange look and personality. He sleeps with his eye half open. He doesn't turn when he sleeps. He talks in his sleep in language that doesn't exist. Scary. Mommy, she is careless in her speech, but meticulous about cooking. She makes the best hamburger. I love them. I have them ask her to make one for me. When I went to investigate, she made a dish full of hamburgers. They were sublimely delicious. Her father, Basok, was a famous cook. She told me a confusing story. Something about a fight with a cordon bleu for someone called Hayo at a Dungeon Castle. Yeah, Hayo minigames. Sebastian, a butler of Lake Castle who has been through many ordeals. He also runs an inn. He makes a fuss about doing his hair. It takes him 3 hours. He uses hair curlers when he sleeps. He uses the elevator when he doesn't need to. It's better for his health to use the stair. He listens anxiously to rumor that the elevator attendant sneak out of the castle with a strange man at night. Gordon is a mysterious gentleman who runs a supply shop. He grows sponge cucumber. He also told me he keeps a warble. I find it peculiar. He is divorced. His wife took custody of the young daughter. He used to be an actor. He is acquainted with Nadir. They talk from time to time. Dominic is a craftsman of defensive gear. He has an old man's temper and stubbornness. There's nothing interesting in his private life. He's a real craftsman. After work, he goes home quickly. That's normal. He wants to expand his shop so it's really big. That's not unusual. He's just a regular guy. Jean. It's always the same, I think. I think this time it's the same too. She's a sexy rune sage. What's her real identity? Oh, I thought I found something, but I forgot what it was. Am I tired? I don't understand anything. It would be better if you do no more investigating. Yeah, no one can understand Jean. Maggie. He's a lizard clan blacksmith. He has a big voice. It seems like he's always angry, but he said it's not like that. The clan can rely on his blacksmithing skill. He said that being picky about tools is so charismatic of a craftsman. He used to be a warrior, but he was hurt in battle and became a blacksmith. Scott, he's a trading merchant with a parrot called Warantai. He claimed to have traveled all around the world. It must be dangerous to be a trading merchant, but it's nice to be free. He worked for a big company. He hopes to work hard and someday have his own big store. He traded a candle for warranty in a southern country. It was the first thing he got from trading. Also 7. He can make magic scroll by taking runes out of crystal. Anybody can use a scroll, but you have to be careful. You can't change scroll back into crystal. His real name is Nefertiti, Radamis Amenhotep Irwiktonas Atikoseus Putoremius Kureakios. What a strange name. What is still on Demetrius? Faros Museum is Sasaris Amenuhutet Totomes Hatspes Totoang Amen Hotes 6 Sun Hotes 7. Crazy name, right? Ernie. She's a tutor. Behind her glasses, her intelligent science. Her research is based on field work. She goes out on a lot of field trips. She went to study at Green Hills, is now active in an association in Final del Jexe. She's a member of the Association of Ancient History of Final del Jexe. She studied the ancient history of Cinder. Cool, huh? Marta. She's an old woman who sells lottery tickets. She has owned her shop for ages and know a lot about this castle history. At Marta's shop, the odds of winning a lottery are high, at least according to Piccolo's fortune telling. It's a secret. According to Piccolo's fortune telling, if you come back to the castle and buy 10 lottery tickets, you'll win. I'll try next time. Marta said if you take off your equipment, put it in a bag and then buy lottery tickets, you'll win. I'll try it immediately. Oh, it's a secret. Did it work? I don't know. Yun. She's a shaman from Almakinan. She has strong spiritual power. She likes animals. She sometimes talks to them. I wonder if she's understand what they say. She likes plants too. I saw her talking to a flower, and I even saw her nodding. Do flowers talk? She trusts Chris to a great extent, even though they met only recently. I wonder why she has such trust. Billy. He's a treasure hunter. He travels all around the world. I don't know about his past. Long ago, he met a treasure hunter. It left quite an impression on him. He repeatedly say, I'm going to hit treasure. Is he okay? He used to have a big house in Jackson, but he gambled it away. He is reckless. When he lost his horse, his wife left him and young Melville. Times were tough for them, so Elliot Mothers rent him a cheap room. He and Elliot have been friends ever since. Elliot! He wants to be a treasure hunter. He has a good nose for treasure. If you include Elliot in your party, your money increases. That's pretty darn convenient. His family runs a bakery. When Melville's father does come home, Melville sometimes eats there. He and Melville met a secret base. When he told Alanis about it, Melville was so angry he started a fight. And she is the pub owner. She's popular among drinkers. On the days she opened her pub, we caught fire and burned down. She is a hard drinker. She says she's going to compete with the people of the castle next time. She had a drinking game with a joker, Leo and Wanfu, and she won. What is her stomach made of? I'm a great detective. You can see the light of truth reflected in my eyes. I've solved the Dark Village abduction case. A girl from the Dark Clan didn't return home one night. I thought she was kidnapped. She was only lost. I did a good job. Let me tell you about the Dark Village burglary case. Salted dried fish disappearing from the chief's house. It turned out that the wife ate it all. The Dark Village murder case is my base case. A traveler was found dead with his bones all broken, but he was only practicing yoga. Yeah, that was a good job. Mike. Mysterious man with a free spirit. Sometimes he smiles senselessly, but he's a nice guy. He seems to be connected with some organization. Is it a good one? I don't know. I saw him talking with some strange people, some scary guys who were bowing to him. Maybe he's important. Watari saw Mike and was surprised for a change. He said, that guy, are they friends? Jefferson. A mysterious appoint who assign title to people at will. They secretly record everybody's grade in a notebook. I wonder what he plans to do with that notebook. I peeked into his room. He was looking at his notebook and muttering something. Angel President? A static manager? Who is assigning this title to? When I had a look at his notebook, I read, the detective is useless. I didn't know there was not a detective at this castle. Katie. She travels with horses. What her purpose? Love steak. She could eat 3 slices. She wants to go on a diet, but she can't help eating. She said that she's careless. She gets freckles. The freckles disappear if you're careful. Her father traveled around the world on treasure hunt. He always say, I'm going to hit treasure. She must worry. Goro, he's an energetic craftsman. Make excellent bathtub. People who take bath in his tub always fall asleep because they are so comfortable. People usually have pleasant conversation while bathing. Why don't you take a bath with someone? He's still making bathtub, but he can't make better bathtub than his rival. His rival is his father. What kind of person he is? Arthur. He collects news every day to write important stories. I don't believe in his paper. Detective and reporter are essentially his enemies, so I don't want to investigate him. He wears glasses because he had bad eyesight. It's not good to make money writing about people's private lives. Newspaper chains regularly that if you don't keep it up, you lose track of the serial novels. You can always skip them. Nadir is the most mysterious drama producer. He practices lines where he is alone. Nobody knows what his true face looks like under the mask. I heard rumor that he is very handsome, or that he has been burned on his pants. Popular rumors say that he was a famous actor whose acting was so impressive that he couldn't be himself. After that, he's always worn a mask. Why? He was a traveling entertainer. It was a three-man company, but it broke up. Now he's a drama producer. Uto, a cobble warehouse keeper of Black Castle. He is both hearted and diligent. Everyone who spends time near him feels happy. The hair around his stomach is fluffy. It smells so fresh and so clean. He was laughed at the castle gate when he was a puppy. Sometimes he runs through the warehouse, saying, "It's not there." Does that make you afraid to leave your gear? Bart. He loves farming. He's misunderstood because of his appearance, but he's simple and honest. He put his whole life into growing delicious tomatoes. He started work before dawn and work until sunset. That's just great. He's an early riser. He doesn't take any holidays, but he rests when he runs heavily. He's a diligent worker. He squint his eyes, look at the tomatoes, and then he starts talking to them. That's rich. Uta, he's a traveling doctor. He's very skilled. In the Dunan Unification War, he joined the Dunan army. That's surprising. After he completed his study with his master in the Dunan Unification War, he went on a journey to village looking medical care. 2 years ago, when the Harmony of Frontier Army invaded Highland, he met Mio when she was taking care of an injured patient on the battlefield. How romantic. Mio is a beautiful nurse. The clinic is always full of patients pretending to be sick. I went to the clinic when I scraped my knee. After she put medicine on it, she blew on it. She's kind. I met Tuta 3 years ago when the Harmony of Frontier Army invaded Highland. Tuta was the army doctor and Mio was nursing the injured. 2 years ago, when Mio met Tuta, her husband was killed in action. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this anymore. Yes, he's a subordinate of Sasarai, bishop of the Holy Harmonian Kingdom. He has a reputation for being skilled but having bad luck. He was delighted when I told him that his sideburns were manly. He's proud of them. He's bright, but he has no social skills. Sasarai knows that and appreciate his ability. 2 years ago, he saw action in the war when Harmony fought for the restoration of land in Highland. He drew a short straw, but Sasarai noticed that. Iku, his friend's girlfriend. She's kind-hearted and loves humans and monsters equally. Take care of the insect at the village. It must be hard work. Her childhood friend Franz became a warrior, so she started studying to become a nurse. I saw her taking the insect for a walk. Iku rode the flying insect while blowing a whistle to lead the other insect. It was a mysterious sight. Willow Me. He's an appreciator with a bad reputation. He sleeps in a nightgown. He likes to play with little girls. Yes, I know you are worried, but I'm sure he's just playing. There are rumors that he steals some of the objects he appreciates, and that switch fake for them. Okay. And lastly, since we don't have him, since we are Hugo, so I say Hugo, the only son of Lucia, the Karaya chief. He is an energetic youth accompanied by his teeth, a griffon named Fubar. He's the son of Karaya chief Lucia, a stronger skill in his speed. He's been riding Fubar since he was 4 years old. That's why he's so friendly with him. He worries about being short. When I look in his room, I saw him hanging from the window's wheel. When Lucia came back from the Dunan Unification War, Hugo was born. Okay guys, I think that's all for the profile, kids profile. If you don't watch the first one, watch it. And if you have something to say about the character here, say it in comment. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And see you again on the next episode. Have a nice day.